Welcome to Fresh Air in Sports. Welcome to the people that make you and ensure that you are fed with the best sports cuisine in Kenya, in East Africa, in Africa, across the globe. This is Sports 360. Of course, with yours truly, Tony Kwalanda. It's a pleasure, of course, to see you and have you on this live show here on Look Up TV every Monday from after news all the way to the time that you tell us to stop. It's a pleasure to have you. I tell you what, this is the best place to be. Remember, on this show is a show that you win. We win on every show that Tony Kwalanda is on. Now we have partnered with Warrior Sporting Clothesline. I have the best. I told you I have ladies at my heart or at heart. Ladies, I have something that you will enjoy wearing in this cold season. Ladies, I have this in a full set. This na ile suruali yake. Men, it is cold this particular season. I have some of the warmest attire, courtesy of my very good friend who owns Warrior Sports Clothes Line. My good friend Sami Sholei, thank you very much for ensuring I get this. Now, I'll be giving you these particular items because I want you to participate in this show. We have WhatsApp, we have SMS, we have Twitter, we have call-ins. You can call us in live. We have every form of avenue where you can get to us because this show is about you. Remember, on this show also, we tell you some of the things that you'll never hear on any other particular show. So right now is the time I want to just tell you and show you our question of the day. It is a very simple question that I want you to send as many times as you can. You can call us, you can text us. So we are asking you this very simple question. You'll see our question of the day. We have actually covered up the face of this particular football player who features in the English Premier League, and we're asking you, who is this footballer who wears that tattoo that you're seeing? And I tell you what, you will walk home. At the end of this particular show, I'm giving away 1,000 Kenya shillings plus in a full set. And I'm telling you, I'm being told this is about 9,500 Kenya shillings, 80 USD. How many? 800. 80 USD. I'm giving that both to a man and also to a lady. So correctly give me the answer and send in as many times as you can. On Twitter, we have Look Up TV. On Facebook, Look Up TV. On Instagram, Look Up TV. You can also send it on SMS, Look Up TV. And remember, on this show, we shall be bringing some of the best, top, prominent sports stakeholders in the country. And we have Mheshimiwa, my very good friend. And of course, he is not new on television. He is known as Mheshimiwa Kenneth Ambani. You know him as Baraza. His stage name is Baraza. And Mheshimiwa Baraza right now is the county executive committee member in Mombasa County. In short, he is the Minister for Sports in Mombasa County. In other words, he is also under the county executive committee member, public service administration, youth, gender, sports, and social services. But we are bringing him tonight on this show because of one agenda: sports in, of course, Mombasa County. So we'll be able to speak with him in a bit. Actually, we should be getting to speak with him at this particular moment. If, of course, this show, I'm not doing it alone. I have my producer. We have an entire team in our gallery. Chris, of course, he is behind the production. Anasema, ndo anafanya maneno. So, of course, Mheshimiwa, I need to have Mheshimiwa right now so we can just get into it immediately, because I understand Mheshimiwa was at Tononoka grounds today because it's Labor Day. Happy Labor Day. Mheshimiwa, karibu on Sports 360. It is good to see you, Mheshimiwa. Thank you very much for making time for Sports 360 on Look Up TV. Let me get into it, Mheshimiwa. I know you are representing the Governor, His Excellency Abdulswamad Sheriff at Tononoka grounds during Happy Labor Day celebrations. What are some of the goodies you gave the sporting fraternity in Mombasa County?
Yes, I was at Tononoka ground today. I was actually representing my governor, who is a very busy man. trying to make sure that Mombasa gets back to the stability that we all know it's always had. So the goodies are, just making sure that we celebrate the workers today. Today is Labor Day. So part of my job is just to make sure that all the workers at the county are doing well. So basically, we were trying to advise the Federation of Kenya Employers and KOTU, the two sides of the divide, to come together and speak for the sake of the person that they are working for, who is the worker. Today, that was basically the main agenda at Tononoka Ground.
That's of course wonderful, because Mombasa is a huge sporting destination for various sports because of the proximity to the ocean. So you have very many sports. I know we have done a lot of football in Mombasa. We have done rugby in Mombasa. We have done beach volleyball in Mombasa. We have done gymnastics sort of kind of sports in Mombasa. What is your core sport? What is your main sport as a Minister for Sports in Mombasa County that you think you'll invest in heavily? I know you'll invest across, but which is the main one that you think will put Mombasa out there?
If our memory serves us well, football has been the core sporting activity in Mombasa. Football has been the main sporting activity in Mombasa. Naming just but a few, the Mahmoud Abbas of this country, the Ambrose Oyoyo of this country, and so many others who actually came from Mombasa and became national superstars, actually international superstars. Now, apart from that, this period that we took over as a government, we're actually giving priority to the blue economy. We have the beaches around us. And just the other day, I think we lost the beach games to Malindi, which is under Kilifi County. But going forward, we are coming up with so many sporting activities that are blue economy affiliated. And in essence, grow our tourism sector while we are actually doing the sporting activities. We have so many young men who are very good in swimming. We have so many young men who are very good in football. We have so many young men who are very good in volleyball, and the many sporting activities that you have mentioned. Now, we are used to doing most of these sporting activities on land and not basically the beaches and the waters that we have here as a natural resource. So we are actually looking at doing so many activities that are affiliated to the waters and the beaches that we have as a natural resource, which becomes very easy for us to actualize and activate. We are currently working with the Mombasa Sports Council as a county government. We are working with Mombasa Sports Council, which is represented by there's so many different sporting activities. We have hockey, we have football, we have swimming, we have volleyball, and there's so many other activities.
Yes.
Just the other day, I was talking to a person who is very good in karate, an old man who is about, I think, 75, and you look at him, you'd actually think he's slightly above 40. And we're actually coming up again with some karate sporting activity that will basically happen at the beaches.
Okay.
We are used to doing this in social halls, but in this case, we just want to change the ball game altogether and use our natural resource to make sure that we push our sporting agenda forward.
Okay. And of course, I recently saw you on your social media platforms moving around certain sporting facilities like stadiums. What kind of stadiums are you going to immediately renovate or build? Because I'm sure Mombasa is in dire need of one or two or three.
More or less immediately, we are actually embarking on the football stadiums. Uwanja wa Mbuzi around Kongowea. There is another one called Bomu. Those ones, we are locking them up. In fact, they're literally closed, and the works should be starting in a few weeks' time. We're already talking to would-be contractors, so to speak. And hopefully in the next week or two, we should have a contractor in place in Uwanja wa Mbuzi and Bomu. We're also looking at Changamwe. Changamwe has been famously known for the volleyball activities that happen in this country. GSU, Pipeline, Telcom, and there's so many volleyball teams are well known to have participated in the Changamwe Stadium.
Yes.
So what we are planning to do is to have so many indoor activities within the Changamwe space that we have.
Yes.
Apart from volleyball, we are looking at there's so many indoor games that we can actually do there. So in essence, we are talking to contractors who can come in with a design that probably would enable us to do indoor games within Changamwe.
Okay, indeed. And also, I recently saw you visited us here in Nairobi, looking very sharp in that. Whoever tailored that cloth, please share that tailor's contacts. I mean, that cloth. And you met also the Safaricom CEO during the Chapadimba launch. I'm sure you're picking up notes to take back to Mombasa.
Thank you, Tony. We are planning to work with so many stakeholders. Safaricom is just one of them. I had a meeting with FKF, Mombasa representatives, I mean the executive committee representing Mombasa County. And there was also a national representative, NEC national representative, who was also with us. And we discussed a lot how we can push our teams to be sort of affiliated to FKF so that in essence, FIFA can recognize our players. We've had wrangles within Mombasa, specifically within the football fraternity, where, you know, the leadership is not agreeing. So I have come in as an arbitrator and I'm talking to both teams so that we can have one body recognized, that is FKF, so that our footballers can actually go international. You can have a body that say you do your football locally, but unfortunately that would not catapult our players to the international level that we're looking at. The only route to the international level football for our players here in Mombasa is through FKF, which is recognized by FIFA, of course. So that was one of the reasons I came to Nairobi, and I spoke to the leadership of FKF, and they're in agreement with me that yes, they will come down. You know, leadership is all about providing hope. They will come down and speak to the other footballing family within Mombasa, so that we have a meeting together and have a single body running football within Mombasa. Now, apart from that, because Safaricom are the main sponsors of Chapadimba, we will also be hosting some of the tournaments here in Mombasa. And because of that, we had to come in and speak to Safaricom. Apart from the football that we are looking at, we also have the youth here in Mombasa who are very good in the creative industry and so many other you know, activities that we can engage the youth so that they come out of the drug menace that has afflicted us here in Mombasa.
Yeah, indeed, of course.
So we are in agreement with Safaricom that going forward, we will be engaging, in fact, from tomorrow, Tuesday. Today was Labor Day. From tomorrow, we're actually exchanging papers, and there will be so many activities happening going forward. And I believe you should be able to see that very soon in both the social media and the mainstream media.
I'm very excited as well because you've answered my next question, whereby I was about to ask you how you're encouraging organizations to, of course, come and assist you. And you've already made that step whereby now you're making collaborations and partnerships. You've started with Safaricom. And you've also mentioned that youth will be very instrumental and be part of what you're doing. And I'm also just sticking there in youth because we want, in Mombasa, we want the youth to be very busy. And you have to give them incentives, Mheshimiwa, because they cannot just be playing basketball and doing swimming, and there are no incentives. How do you intend, just maybe in a summary, how do you intend to motivate the young ones to take up the sports?
One, it's all about sensitization. Just letting these people know why it is important to keep themselves busy. I met the Minister for Youth and Sports, Honorable Ababu Namwamba, just the other day when we were doing the drama festivals, the day we were closing the gala, before I came to Nairobi, and we spoke a lot about the youth and how we are going to engage the youth. There is the Talanta Hela initiative that he started. Honorable Ababu Namwamba, the Minister for Sports, there is an initiative we started, and we want that cascaded down to the counties. I want to be the first county to take it up so that we can actually spread this amongst the youth activities that we have within the county. Now, we do most of the activities that we do because we're passionate about it. But converting this into money, one needs an understanding on how to do this. So initially, we are coming up with sensitizing programs that will be initiated by different bodies. Now, football, we have FKF that we are working with. The creative industry, we have the Kenya Film Commission that we are talking to, and the Kenya Film Classification Board,
yes,
and several other organizations that will be coming on board.
Yes.
And so many other stakeholders. Now, financing this, definitely, you will realize that most counties are actually crying about the finances. Money is not trickling down to the counties from the national government. So what we are doing, we are becoming a bit creative and
yes,
sort of partnering with the private sector, corporates and other stakeholders, so that we can actually finance all these projects, initiate the sensitization activities, and then practically get into making them do what they're supposed to do. And then at the end of it all, have a product out of all this process that they can be proud of. In essence, what we are saying is we'll get coaches, football coaches out of these initiatives, we'll get footballers out of these initiatives, we'll get film producers out of these initiatives, and so many other professionals out of these initiatives. By December, I pray to God that God gives us life. And probably, Tony, the next time we meet, probably sometime within the year, I believe I should be talking about 5-10 activities that will have happened by then.
Indeed, of course, we would love to have that. And Mheshimiwa, you've mentioned that you'll be doing all these things. Please, when you plan for those, please factor in, because Look Up TV wants to come and do live sports and live witnessing of course, the plans that you have for Mombasa County. Count me in. So I would be happy to be on the next flight to Mombasa to do a live show at your offices. Hiyo nitashukuru sana. And Mheshimiwa, just as I just about to wind up this particular interview, some of the major events, tournaments that you need to look at, or that you're looking in this year to host in Mombasa, what are some of them? Because I know you have a challenge in terms of direct flights from different countries. I don't know how you're going to address that, because that will impact on how you do plan and execute international sporting events.
His Excellency the Governor just the other day, in collaboration with the national government, launched international flights from the Moi International Airport. That, I think, was an open case in the media, and everyone in Mombasa celebrated this initiative. So there are direct flights that come in and out of Mombasa. That has been sorted. There's so many different activities that we're looking at, both locally, nationally, and internationally. So many different activities and so many different sporting activities. I was seated, like I said, there is a karate event that is coming up very soon. I don't want to mention what specifically, but we sat with this gentleman, and they're in the process of talking to some international bodies where they want to host the event here in Mombasa. Hockey, I was talking to Katana, the Vice President of Kenya Hockey Union here in Mombasa, and there is an activity, an African championship that will be hosted here in Mombasa, and as a county, we're also coming in to participate as stakeholders, so that now that these are our people, we also want to be part and parcel of the initiative so that we grow the sport. Football, you realize that the Chapadimba has just been launched, and the registration is ongoing. Mombasa will be one of the counties that will be taken into consideration to participate in this championship. I was talking to FKF Mombasa branch, and the league currently, the local league currently has not started. They're actually doing the registration. And this is where now we are taking the initiative of I think it's the Mombasa Football Association or something like that.
Yes.
The other body that is actually running football in Mombasa. We are talking to them so that we can have a single body running football, so that we can have teams compete along the same line, and then not only have Bandari as the single team in the Premier League, but we should have, say, 4 or 5 teams in the Premier League. And that, I believe, is a possibility. These are some of the things that immediately I'm looking at, as we also look at other sporting activities, including volleyball and the beach games that should be coming in, hopefully sometime around August, if I'm not wrong.
Okay.
This is
All right.
something in the pipeline, and I believe you should be able to get to hear about this very soon.
Of course, Mheshimiwa, thank you so much for making time. I understand, Mheshimiwa, I've been looking at your social media platforms. You are an ardent Arsenal supporter. And I remember you used to tweet a lot about Arsenal when they're on top. Now there are 2 points. You've put your tail between your legs.
I love Arsenal.
What do you think about the prospect of winning?
We've not given up. We are not giving up. We have been tumekuwa wavumilivu kama wanavyosema Waswahili for a very long time. We've always been thought, and we've been patient. There was a time someone kept telling me, "Come on, can you just stop being an Arsenal supporter, because you'll get a heart attack." But you see, the patience that we've had all this time has actually paid off. We are actually winning this Premier League. If
I will, Mheshimiwa, I will call you when Arsenal have lost to Man City. But of course, Mheshimiwa, thank you very, very, very much, Mheshimiwa, for really making time. And of course, introducing you to most of my sports lovers, because they are wondering where is Baraza. Now you are the Minister for Sports in Mombasa County, or in short, the County Executive Committee Member, Public Service Administration, Youth, Gender, Sports and Social Services. Mheshimiwa Kenneth Ambani, thank you very much for making time. You're always welcome on Look Up TV, on Sports 360, and many of our other sports programs here on this great channel. Asante, God bless you. Pass our regards to the entire Mombasa County fraternity.
Thank you for having me, Tony. Thank you for having me.
Have a lovely, happy...
Okay. And looking forward to do so much of this, basically for the public that we serve.
Asante. Happy Labor Day, Mheshimiwa.
You too, my brother. Thank you so very much for having me.
Asante sana. That's, of course, Mheshimiwa Kenneth Baraza. You know him fondly as Kenneth Ambani. You know him as Baraza. He is our Idris Elba. Ukimwona kwa picha yake utajua, you'll be asking why he's not doing weightlifting and all that. Remember, this is Sports 360 on Look Up every Monday from 9:30 all the way to 10 and 11, according to what you'll want us. Remember, we are giving away goodies. We are giving away cash prizes, 1,000 Kenya shillings, plus a full set. I don't know how they call this. It is warm. It is a cold season. This I'm giving away to a man. I'm giving away this to a lady. And this is a question. It is the simplest questions you can have on any sporting platform in this world. We're asking you this very simple question. Which football player in the EPL, English Premier League, wears this tattoo? Stand a chance of winning yourself cash prizes. 1,000. I'm offering 1K. Plus a 9,500 worth of a tracksuit to you. Send in as many times as you can on our Look Up TV social media platforms, on Twitter, on Facebook, on Instagram. You can call us live. Call us live and win. This is, of course, you are truly a servant, loyal servant, Tony Kolanda here. Of course, I've made my home to be Look Up TV every Monday from 9:30 p.m. We shall be doing it live. Remember, after this show, I'll be bringing my sports analysts, big sports analysts from across the country. I'll also be telling you something about tennis and why tennis players don't want women who are blessed to be ball boys. That after this break. Welcome back. This is Sports 360 live on Look Up TV with yours, Tony Kwalanda. It is live. This is Tony. You can pinch me if you like. Remember, we have, of course, a beautiful question of the day, and we are giving you away merchandise worth thousands of Kenyan shillings. This, I have a full set. It is cold. I'm giving you something warm as a man. This is 9,500, the complete. And this is courtesy of my very good friend who works for Warrior Sports Clothing Line, sporting clothing line. He's called Sami Sholei, our former Kenyan international, as well, of course, our legend in sports and former vice president of Football Kenya Federation, Sami Sholei, courtesy of Sami Sholei. And I have this also, and also for ladies. And I'm asking you a very simple question. Just tell me which player wears that tattoo. And of course, you've seen, najua mmeona hiyo picha, my producer ameiweka hapo, so they can see it. I can see Natasha from Samburu. Thank you so much for saying you're watching this show. Ruiru is locked. Remember, you can call us live and give us an answer. And then, of course, I'll give you your 1,000 and also give you your full tracksuit, warm tracksuit. I have, of course, Shakespeare, one of my greatest sports analysts, live with us. He's joining us live from Kiambu County. Yes, he is in Kiambu County. He's called Shakespeare, a football analyst. Shakespeare, let me bring you in straight. Shakespeare, Manchester United fans, just before the game against Aston Villa, Manchester United fans were demanding the exit of the Glazers. I understand the Glazers want to sell Man U, but the Glazers don't want to release Man U fully to buyers, because there are buyers from, I think, from the Middle East. We have also buyers, I understand there's a buyer from the United Kingdom and also another one from an American consortium. What do you think about this Manchester United fans' latest push to have the club being sold?
Thank you, Tony, for having me first. So, first of all, the Glazers have been at our club for around 17 years, and they all they have done to our club, wameshukisha club yetu, like they have degraded us. So we just need them to sell the club. And of the two main parties that are out to buy the club, that is the Qataris and the Ineos group, that is for Sajim. I think the Qataris are going to get the club, because the fans also, some of the fans are attacking Sajim because he seems he's siding with the Glazers, because he does not want to buy the club like whole. He's giving some percentage to the Glazers, which the fans don't want. So one thing that was the main reason for people demonstrating yesterday before Aston Villa was they don't want the club to be sold to Sajim. The only sale that most of the people want is the Qatari sale, which also the Glazers won't let the club go like the whole of it. They'll have the small shares, but the Qataris will make sure they have the last say in the club.
Indeed, true, of course. And Manchester United, of course, if you go to the English Premier League standings, Manchester United are really fighting tooth and nail to feature in the Champions League. And right behind them are teams that are also fighting for the same position to be in Europe next season. Tell me, do you think Man U have a chance, looking at Tottenham, the likes of Tottenham, looking at Newcastle that is above there, Manchester United on the standings? Do they have a chance, Shakespeare?
Yeah, absolutely, because the remaining games, we only need 72 points. If we hit the 72-point mark, I was doing my calculations yesterday after the Villa game, and we only need 72 points to qualify for the Champions League. Tottenham were a threat before, but now with them having the interim manager fired, and now they have another interim manager, it's not looking good for them. So I guess United and Newcastle, then Arsenal, Man City, those will be the clubs that will make top four. Then Aston Villa and Tottenham maybe, or Liverpool will do the Europa League.
Indeed. And of course, we shall be able to bring in, we have, of course, some of the pictures from the game Fulham versus Manchester City. And Shakespeare, I'm sure you watched that particular game. It was very nervy. It wasn't the ruthless Manchester City that we know, but they did the job against Fulham. Manchester City will mean business, and that puts pressure on Arsenal that plays tomorrow against Chelsea. How do you see this top three panning out?
First things first, Arsenal, they are at a bad place as now, because Man City have done this like last season. Everybody waited until the last game between Man City versus Aston Villa, of which Man City won the league in the second half. Liverpool were waiting for Man City only to get a draw, not even a loss. A draw would have made Liverpool the champions because the difference was only 1 point. So Man City, Pep has gone through this with Barcelona, now with Man City. So sorry, he knows what it takes. And Arsenal have a young squad, Kinasaka, Odegaard, who is 21, 22, I guess. So these young people, the only thing that will be bad for them is like the lack of experience. Because if you look at Man City, they have people like Kina Stones, Diaz, De Bruyne, who were there last season. This Arsenal team, only Jesus and Zinchenko have gone it with Man City, and Jesus was not a first team player last season. Aguero was there, so they are still inexperienced, they are still young, so I guess Man City will do it. Chelsea versus Arsenal tomorrow, maybe it will be the day Chelsea or Lampard gets his first win. You never know. If Arsenal give it their all, the way they do, they start the game like they are spoiled friends. So if they get the game like 1-2 below 1 the game, it will be so tough for Chelsea. But hopefully, yeah, Chelsea will do something to Arsenal tomorrow.
And of course, yeah, you know, right, as we speak right now, Leicester are playing against Everton. It's one of those relegation battles that are happening as we speak in the English Premier League. And of course, the table will be running as you're seeing. So those teams are fighting. We should be able to give, of course, the full action in our subsequent. And of course, we can see Manchester City, Arsenal, Newcastle, Manchester United. Hii kazi imefanywa na Alvin. Alvin, thank you very much for doing your industrious fingers on this work. So of course we have Aston Villa in that order, and of course the other side of the bottom, Chelsea are doing very bad. And they're looking, as a Chelsea fan, I feel very moved, but I know we will come back bigger and better. Tomorrow we are beating Arsenal. That you can ensure and take it to the bank that we shall beat Arsenal yesterday as Chelsea in the English Premier League. So that's how it is. Of course, Shakespeare, if you are around. Shakespeare, I just want to, I know my producer, I'll be running you into this. You've heard about Garnacho, the 18-year-old Garnacho, who Manchester United recently, Garnacho, they extended his contract to the year 2028. Now, Garnacho is, of course, I know, Chris is my producer. I know you'll be wondering why I've gone to Garnacho, but I want to bring in Garnacho because Garnacho, of course, the pictures will be running. Garnacho came out this over the weekend to speak about making someone's daughter have a heavy D in front of her. So you can imagine at 18, Garnacho is expecting a baby. What do you think about these youngsters firing from all cylinders with like 16 valve V8 engines?
First of all, Garnacho is a great star for our academy. Being brought from Atletico Madrid to the United Academy, he has a good prospect, and I guess for footballers, sometimes it's good to settle so that, like, when it's football you focus, because people are worried the youngins might follow the Greenwood way. So, and at least now we know Garnacho is somewhere, and there is someone who is keeping him in check. So hopefully he'll be a bright star for us in the future, because he has helped us big time this season. So yeah, we pray that itakuwa na nuks poa.
Yeah, and of course, you've mentioned about Mason Greenwood. Mason Greenwood, of course, just recently indicated that he has no hopes of ever playing for Manchester United. Reason being, of course, he's facing allegations of rape, and currently internal investigations are going on. So Greenwood has indicated on his social media platforms that he's sure that he will not ever play for Manchester United, but he's making his way abroad as he just tries to kickstart his career. You remember also some of our friends have been caught up in rape allegations, and then later on people come and say they were not. Now let me just bring in this. It's very important for us because La Liga is ongoing as we speak. However, just before we go to the La Liga, James Maddison, who plays for Leicester City, is expecting twins. And the result went to social media. Chris, if you can get that particular pictures of James Maddison, as I asked Shakespeare about it. James Maddison is a player who is being sought after by some of the top teams that are featuring in the English Premier League as well as in Serie A and La Liga and Bundesliga. So James Maddison has settled expecting twins, and they're very happy. I mean, what is your take on that?
So Madison is a good player. He has a kid, I guess. So, and if Leicester go down, that means he can play for a championship team next season. So he might move up to the ranks. And yeah, it's good to see these players. Venye tumesema wanafanya mambo kila mahali. So yeah, it's good for them.
Of course, thank you very much. I know what you mean by wanafanya kila mahali, firing from all cylinder. Remember, if you're joining us, this is Sport 360. We are giving away hoodies. We are giving away some warm tracksuits. We are giving away both for men and female, courtesy of Warrior. Imagine Warrior were able to manage to give us some lovely custom-made. We are wearing this outfit courtesy of Warrior. I have a very lovely Warrior. I have other many designs for you ladies. Niko na ile inakuonyesha your twins. Wacha zile za Madison. Your twins will be, I have that outfit very good for you. And I'm just asking you a very simple question. That tattoo, you know that particular question. You can actually call us in. My producer Chris and the entire gallery are waiting for your calls. I know you've been trying to call us. Please call us. The numbers are on your screen. And of course, I understand you're sending in WhatsApp as well. The number, you should see it on the screen. Remember, you can also answer the question on Twitter at Lookup TV, on YouTube. Facebook, of course, Lookup TV. Go there, send in as many times as you can on all those platform. And I'm being told we have messages coming in thick and fast. I know I have so many. I'm supposed to be given all these things. Let me just read some of these particular comments coming in thick and fast. My good friend, please tell us also where you're watching this particular show from. I have my good friend, this is Dennis Changliwa, loving the show from Ongasa Rongai. The player is Chelsea, somebody, the winger, Michalo, Mongea Kiluya, Michalo Mudrich. This is, and then of course we have somebody else here. Let me just check another message coming in thick and fast. Messages Nakuja. Please also tell us where you're watching this particular show from. A number that ends with 350 is saying, hi, Amir Mira, quiz is Mudrik, Chelsea player. Mbona mnaanguka hii swali? It's a very simple question. Why are you angukaing this very simple question, my good people? Please send it as many times. Also call us. The number is on your screen. As you can see, that number, I'm being told that number that's written in WhatsApp is also a number that you can call in. So tafadhali usiogope kupiga simu, tutakurudishia credit by you winning that particular cash prize. Chris, thank you for sending in. Producer ananitumia all that feedback. Call us. My good friend anasema hapa kutoka hapa namba ends at 758, anasema kwamba Mikhail Kiungo Chakati, Chelsea Football Club. Tell us your name, tell us where you're watching this particular show from, and also of course give us that particular answer. And on all our platforms, SMS, WhatsApp, Twitter, Facebook, If you want at Kwalanda, tag me as well. Give us those answers and you start a chance to win yourself in the next few minutes. Naambiwa, my time is about to go away. Clearly, nimeongea hapo lugha ya nyumbani is about to end. And I want to bring in, of course, some of the standings in La Liga quickly. Kama naweza zipata standings zikuje tu La Liga tuzione teke because these standings are very important. Most of you have just been focusing on the English Premier League, but you have the standings and clearly as you can see Barcelona are doing their job. Not very far. Real Madrid have been trying to do a catch up. Atletico Madrid, Real Sociedad, and Villarreal, Real Betis. Some of teams that no one will ever thought that could make it in the top 8 or so of the La Liga. Let's of course go quickly tukimbia tu pia kwa table 2 ya huko at the bottom team Cadiz, Valladolid, Almeria, Valencia, Espanyol, Getafe in that particular order. As you can see the points 35 on that particular. We also have we have Syria, we have Bundesliga, German Bundesliga, French league. It should be coming on. But don't worry, keep on sending your answers to a very simple question. You can call us in, you can WhatsApp us as many times as you can, tweet as many times as you can, send text as many times as you can, at Lookup TV across all those platforms, at Kwalanda, tag me if you want on Twitter, everywhere. Tuma for yourself to have a chance to win yourself 1,000 Kenya shillings. And this is a question if you're joining us on Sports 360 here on Lookup TV. You're asking a very simple question. We're live and we're asking you, which player dons or wears this tattoo? He plays in the English Premier League. It's a very simple question. Please call us in. In fact, those who call us in will have a bigger chance of winning themselves lovely merchandise. And I've told you something warm and full outfit for you, courtesy of Warrior Sporting Clothesline by my good friend Sami Sholei. Remember also lovely pictures that have been given here. I have a very good friend of mine, Creative Clicks photo. I'll have to check that, who actually has ensured that we look this beautiful with beautiful photos that we've seen on our social media platforms. So tuma kabisa. Now, quickly, as of course we continue on this particular show, I want to tell you something big that's happening. I think German Bundesliga should be coming on, but it's there. In the German Bundesliga, you know, we have certainly Bayern Munich and Borussia Dortmund at the top of that particular league. French league, we have PSG as well as Marseille, who are on top of the French League One and in that particular order. Now, quickly, let me go into the story of Anthony Joshua boxing. My producer, Chris Kenywa, is a promoter in boxing, and he loves to hear this kind of stories. Anthony Joshua, this heavyweight, and Deontay Wilder apparently have confirmed that they will be taking on each other, or they will be slapping each other with heavy fists come December this year. That will be big. They have confirmed. Their promoters or their agents have said, of course, these two will take on each other. So I understand the promoter, Anthony Joshua's promoter, was in Saudi Arabia for talks. I understand Anthony Joshua loves going to the Middle East. It favors him so well. This is Deontay Wilder. I understand Wilder is already in top shape and cannot wait to do some damage on my good friend and my namesake, Anthony Joshua. In that order. Now, let me take you also to tennis. Now, this is something that most of you maybe have heard about tennis. Every sport in the country or in this world has ball boys. In fact, the name has been coined because it's only boys who, of course, attend those kind of particular events. Now, in tennis, in the Madrid Masters over the weekend, the new owners of that tournament are tired of ball boys. Check this out. They brought in ball girls. And not just girls, but model girls. Not just model girls, but sexy model girls. Take a look at these pictures. And I'm being told, Andre Agassi, one of the legends in tennis, complained seriously about this. Andre Agassi is married. Fine, of course, he has the privilege of seeing these pictures every now and then. Mbona mnaogopa kucheza hiyo? So he was wondering why they were putting in those particular sexy, hot model ball girls. The reason is being because they are changing and they want to encourage more people to view, because currently any sport or any content you create is about views. So now they're bringing in these ball girls, sexy ones who've been brought in from agencies. So the reason why I'm sharing this is because I'm asking you as an investor to start having agencies that have girls who can do work for ball girls. And you'll get yourself work, because Kenya soon is hosting big tournament events, starting with the World Rally Championship in June. We also have other huge tournaments. The Kipkeino Classic at the Moi International Sports Center, Kasarani. If you're an agency, you can bring their ball girls, sexy looking girls. There's nothing about objectifying that. It's about promoting the game of sport. Of course, I remember this is Sports 360 live here on Look Up TV with you as Tony Kwalanda. We are live, and remember, this show happens every Monday here on Look Up TV, 9:30 p.m. all the way to this particular time as you're seeing. If you're watching us, we are now going to read some of your comments coming in thick and fast. I have told you, if you call me, if your caller number, me and my producer will decide. If you call us right away and answer our question, you will get yourself, I need a lady and I need a man. You will win yourself. This is for the lady, this is for the man. Remember, it's a full outfit. I don't do half. Nikuwa nakupatia kitambo nusu mkate, but nakupatia full carpet. Nikupate kwa maandamano kesho. So remember, the question is very simple. Who has that tattoo? Call us in. The feedback is coming in thick and fast. Let me also just go to my wall on Twitter. Najua mmetuma messages, kutuma sana. Thank you, of course, for sending in. I have a friend of mine from Kisumu, anaitwa Mary. Thank you, Mary, for your comment as well. This is James on Twitter. Thank you, saying the show is awesome. We appreciate your feedback as well. Michael Munavu, thank you very much for watching this show from Lamu. Asante sana. I also have my very good friend Chelimo. Asante sana. Also tell us where you're watching this show from. Ian Kimtai on Twitter. Thank you for watching this particular show. Ali Hassan Idor anasema asikue tu Manu fan cause yeye ni wa. Asante sana for your comment. These are coming up. Keitani, thank you so much. Ni mingi sana zimekuja. Keep on sending them, keep on tweeting, keep on texting, keep on WhatsApping. This is the only show you win money and you win yourself this particular stuff. Nimeambiwa umeziweka kwa screen tuzioneko kidogo. Acha niongee kwa lugha nyumbani. We should be able to resolve your feedback. But I'm waiting for calls. I don't know if my producer says calls are there. But remember, we also had pictures of the day. Just before we get out of this place, we have pictures of the day. My good friend Chris, we have pictures of the day. Please, just before we get away, Joe Jackson, thank you very much on Facebook. One Mvinyo, thank you so much. Sosi, asante sana. James Kinyua, thank you very much. Esther Nyaga, asante sana, wherever you're watching this show from. Josephat Shukran. Kericho is very locked. Thank you, Kericho. Nyinyi watu wa Kericho nyinyi wazuri sana, especially pale na kunywaga kawa yangu pale Java, nyinyi watu ya power. Veronica Nyakio, thank you watching live. Hames Kinyua, watu wako live kwa Facebook. Remember, we are streaming this live on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, you call it. We are everywhere. Pablo Mmoja, thank you from Ruiru. Keep Ruiru, Edwin, keep up the good work. Robert, Chacha ulale, unaamka kesho mapema ukuje kazi. Hebu lala. Asante sana, Chacha. Remember also we have these pictures of the day, and I need to speak about them. This first picture here is should be for Garnacho. Garnacho announced the arrival of his baby. Congratulations to Garnacho at 18 years old. I was still wondering how to wear my slippers, whether one from the blue. Then of course we have this, we should be having that lady who was wearing the Manchester United jersey. She was at the Nyayo Stadium supporting. Shida tu sasa Kenya mnachoma picha bwana. Hii international show na mnararua nyasi hivyo. Watu watembee kwa pavement. Kuharibu nyasi ni ya ng'ombe. And of course there was a last picture, but that last picture was for Cristiano Ronaldo kissing Georgina Rodriguez. But of course this is our Rodriguez here at Nyayo Stadium, and of course at that point of the pictures of the day is where we want to come to close this show. I have not had any of you call our phone lines, and that means if you have not called in, you don't get a chance. Na huyo mrembo mmemweka hapo, mbona alikuwa anaangalia stadium na nyinyi mnaangalia huko nyuma? So So you guys have refused to take this outfit. So I will add more outfit courtesy of Warrior sporting clothing line under my very good friend who is in the in one of the committees under the Ministry of Sports, and they're doing a lot of work at Talanta Hela. Thank you so much, Sami Sholei, for that and for ensuring that we get these clothes for our viewers. So they, of course, we have that. And then I just want to mention something about my very good friend Dennis. Dennis is a good friend of mine who works for Click Creative Studio in Embakasi. Thank you also very much for supporting this particular show. Click Creative Studio in Embakasi. If you check the photos, they have done a wonderful job. And of course, if you look at how we are dressed, this is courtesy of Warrior Sporting Clothing Line in Embakasi with my very good friend, Sami Sholei. Thank you very much for each and every one of you who has made sure this show happens. Thank you to the entire sporting fraternity from Muzingi, of course, to my good friends in the gallery. We have the graphics individuals. We have had our editors. My good friend David did all this job. Our digital team. And of course, the entire management of Lookup TV for ensuring that Tony Kwalanda has a new home to make sports be sports the way it's supposed to be. Thank you so much for watching Sport 360. God bless you. Of course, the entire team here, our floor managers are here. They're chilling. Wamekuwa kipiga simu wapikie ugali juu wako karibu kwenda home. So have yourselves a lovely, happy Labor Day. God bless.